This was a really cool stop. Big Daddy Darn Garlits Museum, race cars museums. I know this is not going to be a video for all, but it was really a good stop for me, and Tony even enjoyed it. She was interested in some of the racing, and since she's gotten with me and going to the track, she understands a little bit about the drag racing world, and she had questions when we was walking through this museum that we could discuss and talk about it. But it was a very, very good stop. I mean, I've seen a lot of car museums, but this one here, Don has really put this one together well. The information is unbelievable. Just you'd stand there all day reading the information and some of the videos that they put together, showing the cars in action. It's just a really, really cool museum, and I'm not showing this to hopefully so you won't have to go, but by all means, if you're in the area and you got some kind of interest in something like this, I'm telling you, it's something. When you walk through the door and you see these cars and the way they're presented, you would be thankful that you went. And here's some video talking about some history. Wow, there's so much to take in, so much to see, and the years of the involvement of drag racing. She said it was a lot to take in. Could you imagine having a showroom like this to have all your retired toys at? Amazing life this man has lived and done in drag racing. I guess that's pit bikes, huh? So let me take a little peek right back here, and then I gotta go back around the front. Oh yeah, and then we got two more buildings to go through after this one. I guess this is gonna be our day. And I took a lot of pictures here, and this is also in Gainesville, Florida. And there's a lot of people there. When we first got there, it wasn't a lot of people, but as I was staring at these cars or reading the history, I turn around and look, and there 5 or 6, 8 people are, all around you at that point, and so it got more difficult to video. Because I didn't want to just video people, and but I tried to not show them, but I tried to show the cars. But I done a lot of picture taking, and hopefully you can get a lot of from the pictures, because you can stop it or look at the pictures, I guess, where the video is moving. But there again, I mean, just look at these drag cars, the front engine drag cars. Wow, I mean, it brought back so many memories for me growing up, since I was a young boy in the 70s, and I remember these things on TV. It was just an amazing time to be in America, and the things that America had going on. It was a lot of fun. And if you're not into drag racing, my gosh, you might go to this, and you might buy you a car and be racing me one day on a little track, and you might go big time, who knows. But yeah, it's just amazing. Look at the trophies. This is the trophies that they had won. But then he had a engine room shop, and I got some pictures of that comes up. A lot of flathead stuff. He had this old army car, old funny car. I remember that thing racing down the track on the television. And I think Gainesville was the Gator National, or not the Gator National. I don't remember what race it was then, but I know the Gator Nationals now, right? But it was a good stop, and I hope there's a lot of pictures and a lot of me just rambling, and so hopefully you enjoy it. And I'm just imagining right here trying to climb up in one of those. That was one thing I wish he would have had, is a photo place where you could get into a funny car like that. And I know it would probably be difficult. I might have said it in one of the videos. I only took a couple, but I know it would be difficult to have one car that could fit all. And but just it's not an easy task to get in one of those cars. But it would be so neat to have that feeling, to be able to climb in there and get your picture made, and then if they lowered the thing down and see how you like tight spaces. Some people wouldn't like it. They wouldn't be able to do it. This little car here had twin motors on it. I can't remember if that was the one that had the nail heads or not, but one of them had I believe old nail head motors, but that had two motors on it. But it was just so much information. That's John Force's, I think, there, the Castrol, and some of the names, some of the older drag cars, which people today don't know, but back in the 70s, I mean, it's just and then he had even race cars way before then, flathead stuff when drag racing got started. Really cool thing. And of course, I remember my dad telling me a story right after him and his twin brother was in the Air Force, and they was thumbing, because that's what you do, back then, them days, 40s and 50s, and they said Don picked him up, and out in Texas somewhere, and so that was always something I remembered when Don got big, drag racing. And Dad said he probably wouldn't never remember. He said he probably don't even remember us, but it was something my dad talked about. It was pretty cool. But here's another little short video that I took in there. I wonder what happens to old wrecked cars, drag cars. I guess if you big time, they find their way into the museum and get preserved wrecked. The video says it flipped over backwards. Look at here. Jungle Gym. Anybody remember that one? Mo Downey, Shirley Mo Downey. Wow, the horsepower motor sitting in this place. Like a quick walk through. Dark too. So I got my little cough going on. Something got my throat dried out in here. Okay. I'll put this away and go back to looking. check out all that on out. Okay, that's it. Why don't you look at that old Triumph? You got the old Springer front end there. Pretty neat little old bike. And this is a couple of Mopars that was drag cars and had, I think, the wedge motors or something in them. And then this next car was a Dart. And you could tell it'd been way modified for drag racing. Something different. I'd never seen that car run. And but it just, some of these cars are like street, like I used to buy them, you know, in the 60s and take them right to the track, because that, you know, really that's what they were. Some of them cars were drag racing, manufactured drag racing cars, and the motors, they didn't have them like the funny cars and whatnot. And look at this setup on this boy. That's something. The technology that they had back in those days. A little bit of a story about Max Wedge, a little story about it. And then the old Camaro. Of course, you know me, I got a 69 Camaro drag car. I like these Camaros, and I had a Monza. And this in here was Grumpy Jenkins, old Monza car. And just the big names, and then some names that you might not have seen on TV, but I remember seeing them in the magazines, old car magazines that I used to, you know, look at back in the 70s and 80s. Just really cool. Check out this. Is that a Willis? What do y'all think? But anyway, it has one. Boy, that's a pretty car. I like that blue too. I'm a good blue. Okay, here's another video. Y'all don't have to listen to me. Here's a video. Spending our day at Don Garlits Museum in Florida. Man, the history. All the little storyboards that give a story of the vehicles. It's just amazing of the history. And then all over the wall, the pictures. That's a very popular car there, Bill Jenkins. I mean, look at this thing. Hemi motor. What's that thing up front there? Navy rocket car. 1,350 pounds. 4 seconds. 352 miles an hour and a quarter mile. Wow. So cool. Tommy's watching
getting ready to go down, him and Shirley.
Don Garlits stayed. Longtime NHRA starter Buster Couch the line. It was truly one of the most special moments in all of drag racing history.
Boom!
Shirley Cha-Cha Muldowney. Shirley has won this race in the past and stated that she would trade all her other event trophies for winning the U.S. Nationals. Shirley, do you still feel that same way about Indy?
Of course. Every racer out there, I think, wants to win this race. No, I think I know. They want to win this race because it's the biggest race. It's prestigious.
oh, that's a little old dude there with a Mopar motor in it. Old Milwaukee. Equipped. Oh, that'd be a handful. like to have this little dude to drive in at the cruise ends now. A little flathead. 3 deuce. Oh, that one will be alright too. Oh, that's a V12. We're making a day of it here. So we're gonna leave this room. And this is the first room when you first come in the door, up behind them people. And this is all the cars that's in this section. Look at that little go-kart over there. I don't know what kind of little motors them are. A few more people's come in since we came in. You reckon this thing here be a handful too? Flathead, 3 deuces. There's so much to see, so much history. We're gonna keep a looking. This is how we're gonna spend our day. Trying to soak up some history of old drag racing. All right, these are some cars too. Door car, or like resembles more of a cars than the rails and the funny cars. And used to like to watch these cars go down because they resembled more of what I was racing. And pretty cool. And but if you get a chance, this is a really cool stop to go to if you like drag racing and seeing the history. Just like the car coming up after this little blue one, Shirley Downey's. I believe I'm not saying it correctly, but something like that. I'm not good with names, and my tongue don't go like it's supposed to, and I don't talk like people do, but do my best. All the trophies. Shirley Madonna, like pink car there, and this in here is going to be motors. A lot of history in these motors. Pretty cool. Here's one of some history in the engine rooms. Volkswagen motor. Put that in the dune buggy in the sand rail. They cut open so you can learn how to work on them. You have to read the plaques there, but that's for
Shirley 350.
but it was donated. But look at all these cool carburetors, intakes, flathead stuff. Elderbrock, Taterfield, Sharp. What kind of idea was that? My little carburetor on that flathead. I'm missing one here.
I said you gotta be going. So, what? We did three races and so forth. And at the time, I think he was running what they call a mammoth motor.
Wow, big old motor.
400,000 stroke.
426 Hemi power.
So they went to a half-inch stroke. They call it mammoth. Half-inch killer.
Now we're at the swap meet section.
Need his gas pedal.
Yeah, big old gas foot.
Yeah.
The thing kept saying, I want more air, I want more air. So after I got back home, I started thinking about it, and I went to a company in Houston that is just enormous. It's a Detroit diesel facility called
Just so much to see. Oh, yeah, boy. Linko, I don't know. Yep.
So I went to parts and we're running through the shelves.
Alright, I guess now we can go look at some antique cars.
671s, 871s.
Jensen's Racing Head.
Lincoln Zephyr 1947 electric overdrive. So this is just a lot of history. It's got racing, but a lot of engines, a lot of information to read. Yeah. That's why your pennies are going.
Yeah, we'll get you Don Garlits.
There you go. Put a penny in there and brush it out. Okay, 4 minutes. Well, we're gonna go do some more walking.
Yeah.
More motors. $1904. Oh, you like to rock it around in that thing. That'd be a fun little toy to have. Go up and down the road in. Oh, we got a man down. Oh, he's working on something. No, I got it barricaded off. Alright, so we're going to walk around and look at some more of these old cars. Alright, this is the end. Part 1. Part 2 will be the antique cars in the other museum. Be a lot of pictures of those. He had a lot of sharp cars. Hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.